Girl, it's birthday. I
Okay, and today I'm with the Heinz again. Period. That's good today, y'all. They got on that club. Where y'all been today?
Hey,
Where you
I
went?
was gonna see Chrisette Michelle today.
Okay, Birmingham,
Yes,
Alabama.
and brunch and mimosas. Yes, at
Okay,
Lux. Yes, it was lit. It was really
okay. Y'all had a good time?
lit. Yeah, we did.
Okay. So today we're gonna do some things different today. I want you guys to not look at each other papers. Okay, even though y'all sitting a little close. But I want y'all to write down 5 things about each other that like you know for a fact that she likes. So meaning like it could be 5 things like her favorite, she like flowers, she like candy, she like going to the movies, she like whatever it is that she like 5 things. Also, after the 5 things, I want you to write her favorite color, his favorite color, favorite food, favorite color, favorite food, 5 things that y'all, the person likes. And it better be right.
We have any other categories to do, or that's it?
That's it right now. And then we're gonna go into our topic, and then we're gonna pick them back up after our topic. But after you done, just give it to me. I feel like she cheating. She picked up her phone. Like, why is she picking up her phone? And he is really thinking about his answer. She done picked up her phone. Them answers is definitely not doing though, cause I'm telling you, it's me when I'm taking the test. My things, favorite color, favorite food. Like, think about it, if you was in trouble, you had to make it right. 5 things that's gonna make it right. Okay. Which one? Right there. Okay. Yeah, that's a drink right there. Just to let y'all know. Cause, okay.
Yes. And then a little bit of tequila.
Ooh,
I had the tequila right.
she a tequila girl.
And butter.
You got your hair done. It looks really good.
Actually, thank you so much. I did this myself.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
You still got it done.
Thank you.
Period.
So
Book her. Book her. She definitely did. I see them parts.
yes, period.
I should have got you to do my sister hair. Let me be quiet.
I'm not a professional.
Baby, YouTube University,
I must
professional,
admit,
don't play with
yes,
me.
Exactly. I went
Don't
to
play with
YouTube
me.
University last night. I picked my hairstyle, and I did it.
You did good.
Thank you, Jesus, for my hair.
In your eyes.
In In my eyes. Oh, in my eyes. Please don't pay attention to my eyes. That's why I can't see his answers. Take your time, baby. Take your time. Color and favorite food.
When you trying not to cheat. When you sit there, see your spade pot for the table, I'm so little. Okay, give me your answers.
Oh, Lord Jesus. He lost the page. What you thought he was going to do with it? Lord. Be gentle with your notebook. Don't rip the whole notebook.
Baby.
I know you don't know your shit. Baby. I need to be clear.
What? No, come out. I agree.
Because it's a composition notebook and not a regular notebook.
Okay. So our first topic today, we're gonna talk about the famous R. Kelly. Okay? And then I would like to talk about on the outlook of the parents' view, because a lot of the parents were married. You know. So first thing first, we're gonna start. My question is, do you guys think that we should listen to R. Kelly music?
I don't know. I say like the music is legendary. Me personally, I love R. Kelly music.
Okay.
But I can't personally say that we listen to it. You know, like we haven't. You know, but if it comes on, we're not offended. Like, well, I'm gonna speak for me. Like, I'm not offended. Like, oh, turn it off. You know,
Yeah.
It's, you know, I do still like the song. I do still know it. You know, despite the situation, the music is, you can't take away from the music and the talent. And, you know, that's, yeah.
Okay.
So I just, yeah, that's how I was. He did, you know. Like,
Okay.
Before this, you know, came, I think our first child came, you know.
Okay, R. Kelly child.
You know, so
The first one, okay.
So, you know, I just.
Okay, I get that. I feel that. You can't take away from me. Okay, so how do you guys feel about his sentence? Him being sentenced? And them giving him 30 years?
I think it's fair. I mean, I feel like the other people should be punished too? Yes. Do I feel like
When you say other people, who do you mean?
I feel like some of the parents that receive funds, you know, for their children should be punished. You know, the other men that were around, you know, they should be punished as well because they knew these girls were underage, and you know, just because they were willing doesn't necessarily mean they consented. But I still feel like it's fair. I don't know. I feel like it's
What you
too
got?
much.
I mean, you do the crime, you do the time.
Yeah, because I mean, hasn't he
But
given
no
out?
amount of time in jail is fair. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
once you actually experience no amount of time.
Absolutely. Well,
That
shit. I mean, you know, not airing my personal business, but you know, in my situation, the person only got 6 years. That's nothing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And only served a year and a half. So, you know, can't tell me that 30 years is not,
Yeah.
you know,
Enough.
enough. Like,
Yeah. You would have really took that 30 than that one.
Hello.
Okay.
So
Okay. All right. So I got another question. You guys said that y'all feel like the parents should be liable. How do you guys feel about the parents accepting money?
I feel like it's wrong.
Pimping your children.
Yes.
You said what?
Pimping your own children.
Pimping your own children.
Pimping your own children.
Okay, and y'all know, like, back in the day, like, let's go in history, okay? Let's just take a look back. This is something that has always been done. Like
when they
parents sold kids for land.
Yeah, the daughters especially.
Yes.
I mean, well, the daughters.
I
but
feel like the difference in back then when it was happening and with R. Kelly, like back then they really didn't have a choice. You know what I'm
those
saying?
parents
Like,
definitely had a
those
choice.
parents did that shit willingly.
Okay.
They definitely had a
Ain't no
choice.
fucking way. You just willingly let your child go with this man and you don't know what the hell. Like,
You don't know
come on,
what
at the
he's,
end of the day, he's still a man and a man got
what his
needs.
intentions are.
Like, you know
Like,
what type
oh,
of
you know,
music this guy
oh sure,
man
take
make.
my 15-year-old daughter
Come
with
on,
you,
like, I just
and I'm gonna
like,
accept this money. Oh, you're giving her a deal, a record deal. You
Yeah,
know,
he's supposed to make them famous.
You know, you're gonna make them famous. Okay, well, let me come with you.
Them
Okay,
parents
I'ma
stop
drop my
seeing the
job.
child and they start seeing dollars.
No, I'm gonna drop my job. I'm gonna come with you. Okay, baby, let's go. Mama's
Yeah.
ready.
Okay.
This is what I'm here for.
Yeah, I just feel like it's
You know
different.
that-
the parents did that.
Absolutely, they
did
absolutely
that shit. Back
will
then,
do
they ain't
that.
had no choice. You was either gonna do it or they was gonna
Mhm.
make it happen anyway. So
Alright.
you really didn't have a choice. Back then, that shit was optional
Yeah.
for these parents. And the fact that they going to court on the man and he's a monster and I can't believe he, but he wasn't none of that shit when you were taking that money.
So, do y'all believe that the parents knew what was actually going on?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or they just
And
took
they
the
just
money?
embarrassed
This
because
is
that
my
shit
question.
came out. It's easy to
Here's my
point the
question.
finger.
Even if you didn't know what was going on, how can you just send your child with?
Well, police
Anyone.
crazy. Basically,
You
you don't
know-
know him. You just know him because he's famous.
You know, I've had, it's been people be like, yeah, girl, you can come over here, and it's somebody that's gonna help you take care of that baby, take care of them babies. Oh no, I'll be here at home. And I'm sorry that I don't mean anything by it. It's just I'm so protective of what my children are around, what they see. Like, yeah, we smoke and we chill, but they see us. They see, us loving each other, us, parenting them, being here at home with them, and I'm just not for like just letting a random person just be like, here, here's my baby, go ahead.
Okay. Now, with that being said, now we have athletes that does this all the time. They go from country to country. Some
Like
of them have
nannies
them.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like now we got the world games going on. A lot of these people from the world games, they do that. They have to move to different places to train with the best.
Yeah.
And some parents just have to like believe that this is in the best interest of their child, So I don't necessarily think that all the parents knew, and it's not necessarily them just letting them go.
Mhm.
But if someone told you that they could, do that for your child, and it was in the best interest of the child from them going to being taken in by another family, y'all just like no.
But I'm saying, okay,
That's
they say
different,
it's
you
for
know.
the child, it's for the best interest of the child. Then the child go. Them folks said we didn't have communication with our child. We couldn't talk to him. We couldn't see him. And for all that time,
You
you
did
never
nothing.
fucking said
You-
nothing.
You didn't say nothing.
No,
You didn't try
that's
to
a lie.
see your baby. You didn't try
That's a
to
lie.
know. Like
You ain't trying to do nothing.
Like I
You
know
trying to goddamn
about
lie.
right. I know
Goddamn
about the
lie.
kids. Some
Yeah,
kids,
that's a lie.
I've seen it to where they send their kids over here and live, with random families because they travel abroad. I mean, study abroad. Or,
Yeah.
They're in the Olympics or
Mhm.
whatever. I understand that. That's cool. But that's a different situation.
Yeah,
You get
because
what I
I'm
mean?
able to communicate, but if I'm
'Cause-
not communicating with
Yeah,
my
if the communication stops, oh, you best believe I'm on the first flight,
Well,
you know,
yeah.
anywhere, is what I mean. There's no conversation. Exactly, there's no conversation about it. Because, okay, I called you twice, and I didn't get an answer.
And this
Yeah.
the first time I call you twice. I ain't gonna let it happen multiple times. If I gotta call you more than once, and normally when I call you, you answer, it's an issue.
Mm-hmm. Because at the end
It's an issue.
of the
You still my
day,
child. At the end of the day,
absolutely,
don't
you
care how
took the
long
right
you
turn
with. At the
on
end of the
my
day,
day.
you still my child.
Absolutely.
It's my responsibility to keep you safe.
yes.
No matter how far you go.
That's
it's
what I was
still
put
my
on the earth for.
responsibility
You
to
were
keep
given
safe.
to me to protect you.
Yeah, that shit.
So
Man, I'm
that's
goddamn
my
supposed to know what's going on,
absolutely.
man.
Okay.
That man got locked up and the money ran down. That's what happened.
So he got locked up
And
and
the
then
And the
ran
money was
down.
frozen, you know? So they
Yeah,
couldn't
as
get,
soon
they're
as you
not
go to
getting
jail for
paid
shit like that,
anymore.
they freeze all your assets. They gotta treat you like a real criminal.
And you know, he was paying them on a base, you know, on
That money ran down.
So he was still paying them, and the money ran
a, I
out.
believe he was
They
still
claim they
like-
found them with girls in the house.
Yeah, so
He was
it's
still paying
he was
somebody.
still, hello. Somebody was receiving payments.
Yeah. Okay, so I got another question just off of what you guys were saying. You said the other men. So to be honest, it was other men and women walking around knew exactly what was going on, and they
Everybody
didn't say
need to
that.
be
So how do y'all feel that they need to be punished?
They need to go to court too.
Everybody,
They were
everybody need to see.
they were accomplice.
The parents, the folks who was there.
Absolutely.
Goddamn.
He had to be held
I
responsible
don't give a
because
damn.
everybody was an adult, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody was an adult.
Mhm.
So you knew that you were taking advantage of children. You know, you knew that you weren't getting them famous. Getting them famous for what?
Cause how many artists I killed, brother?
Y'all bless
I'll
you.
wait.
Hello.
Okay,
Is all I'm
yeah.
saying.
I'm sorry, y'all. Listen.
So
Him
that's
damn
it.
didn't do that.
Hmm.
He probably rolled the hell out there, the Leo wave.
Hello.
That's why.
He definitely did.
That's probably what convinced him. Look, he probably
He
telling
is
his
just
parents,
so
look at
distraught.
her, Leo, look at her. I did that.
Yeah.
Boom. The parents like, well, he do got a point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you guys feel about the Playboy mention?
With the
Mm-hmm.
the Playboy bunnies and
Mhm.
women or whatever. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that's, ain't that wrong there, cause that's volunteer.
But we know when we look back, he had girls as well
and
that
the
were
thing-
underage.
That's what I was just gonna say,
But the
like,
difference
so
between
is
them
it-
and
I was gonna
him,
say,
him, they volunteer. That's the difference.
Mhm.
If them girls, if R. Kelly was forcing them girls, the women that Playboy made is volunteer.
and
So-
see, that's the thing. That's another thing.
That was-
Okay, because although I say that his sentencing is fair, did he really force them? You get what I mean? Okay, he's paying the parents.
Mhm.
That's my first red flag
Mhm.
of, oh, you're forcing her to go.
Mhm.
And then he's, excuse my French, he's R. Kelly, come on. Like, at that time, we were hot hoochie mamas. They were hot hoochie mamas. You know, and it was
Right.
allowed.
What we learned from the documentary on Netflix was basically that he was paying for them to go to concerts. He was buying them things like Gucci slides
So they want to say
and
that
stuff
he
like
was
that.
buying them, but at the same time, they knew what the consequence. Everything comes with the consequence.
Yeah.
Okay, so you knew after you got those Gucci slides.
But as
you
a
gonna have
child,
to-
do you know that?
you know, after the first time, yes, you did.
After the first time.
Okay,
But
I
after
mean,
the first time, are you stuck?
some say, some
What
say.
I'm saying,
I believe-
you can't actually say soon as he got him, as soon as he did something for him, boom, he was like,
Oh, now you
He
got.
could have been
yeah,
nurturing.
he could have
Uh-huh.
just been nurturing, like warming them up for bringing them into it. Because once it goes over smoother when somebody comfortable with you compared to trying to come on to somebody who you just met. That'll make them uncomfortable. It ain't gonna happen. But if you like a relationship,
He probably
He probably
courted
made
them
them
all
feel
of
safe and
them.
everything.
He probably
Ain't
courted
no
all
telling
of
what
them
that man did.
on everything. Ain't no telling. He was probably everybody sugar daddy. Hello.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I just don't think them girls were just.
Yeah, because it's the same thing with,
Right,
I mean,
sleep
even with the
with
Playboy Mansion, just going back to the Playboy Mansion.
and then did y'all see on the documentary where some of the women were, they already knew what type of person he was,
Mhm.
but they was inviting friends,
Mm-hmm.
their cousins, you know.
And that's why I said, do you really believe that he was forcing?
Anybody, because like even
Them,
after the
you know,
rumors came out, like
It was still women,
they were
like-
saying like the shit was still going on. So
Mhm.
y'all just ignoring the shit that these folks already saying about this man. Like y'all all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's just a little weird, don't it?
But do you believe the news? I mean, people make up stuff all the time about people. Do you believe that, or
Yeah,
do
you're right. They
do you meet them for what
Yourself,
you see?
exactly.
But that's the whole point. How can you actually say
What happened?
he's like 100% guilty? Like,
Right. And I feel like a lot of people let's go back a little bit, because they say, well, this happened to him as a child by his sister, and it basically went through the family and made him basically mental and
But I
unstable.
just feel like, I don't know, man, different strokes for different folks. Shit, my daddy beat my mama growing up. I don't go upside her head. Like, you gotta, like, people gotta learn. I know a lot of folks have childhood traumas and stuff like that, but like, you
Absolutely.
can't blame that on every bad decision you making. Like about choices.
Everybody,
Life
but
is about
I will
choices.
say that everybody deals with
Stuff
things
differently,
different,
but
you
I
know.
feel like some stuff
Mhm.
you be aware of what the hell you doing, man.
You
know
do.
what's going on, man.
You do.
I just don't. I don't believe that.
Okay.
Like, I just don't believe that.
Like
if
you gotta
if
work
it's
towards something else.
Yeah, like if
You gotta
promote
want.
change.
You gotta want
you know what I'm
different.
saying?
You know,
Like you knew what it did to you as a child
So
when
you
the
gonna
shit
go
happened to
and-
you. Why the fuck
Mhm.
would you go and put somebody else
Feels
through?
through it. Absolutely.
Please just make it make sense. Why would you, if you knew the shit it did to you, and if it's still affecting you as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
why put somebody else through that?
Mm-hmm.
Why? That don't make sense.
Listen, I feel you.
That's
Okay.
just my
That's your opinion. Okay.
That's stupid as hell.
Listen. Okay. I feel you on
Trump
that.
ain't got nothing to do with that.
So the fact of R. Kelly, y'all feel like he gotta deal with his own mental. Don't bring that, moving
Absolutely.
forward.
Absolutely.
He has to deal with that. Now, do y'all believe okay, on his background, he couldn't read, write. I mean, how is he supposed to heal?
Without being able to read and write.
Read, write. They say he can't read or write.
Who?
R. Kelly.
Y'all know R. Kelly wrote music, right?
That
Well,
don't
I
mean
mean,
just
you
because
probably-
you can write
you
a
can
song.
write a song. You can.
That don't mean you can
tell
write-
a person the
Right.
lyrics, and just.
Write a song.
I'm saying
Write a song.
you can tell someone the lyrics that you want
Sing
them
and
to
write a
write
song.
down.
By the end of this podcast, have a whole song.
What?
No, what is that?
That doesn't make sense.
He's not letting up on
He
that.
is
Cause I'm
not.
saying, you said just because he can write a song don't mean he can read and write. Shit, you can read and write a song.
Anyway,
Listen,
my point
okay.
is,
Ain't nothing
you
wrong with
can
that.
tell. You
Ain't
know,
nothing
you
wrong
can-
with 'em.
You can vocalize what the song is and have someone to write it.
All his songs were pretty much sex songs.
Every last one.
One song.
Well, not every last
But y'all know they say the slow kids love to have
song
sex.
by grandma.
They know how to do that. That's what they be saying. But I don't think nothing is wrong with R. Kelly. I think he needed counseling, just like a lot of people in the world need counseling.
Yeah.
Some people don't get it, so we go to church. That's what we taught in the South, to go to church, you know. However, I'm gonna bring it to church. How do y'all feel about church? Y'all like church?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a report about 2 years ago with this church. I'm not gonna speak about the church. But yeah, there was a report 2 years ago about the church. A child was molested in the bathroom of the church. The child was hung, left there to die. But of course, the child didn't die. Would you still be interested in church?
See, okay, when Derek says that we like church, we do like church, but I feel that we are more so spiritual people than we are religious people.
What do you mean?
As in, we definitely believe in God and we have a strong faith with God, but we don't necessarily go to church, If, that would have happened to my child at a church, absolutely not. I definitely don't feel like, I feel like I would still have faith
in the church.
in God himself,
Particular church.
but not, well, I wouldn't say like the church itself. I'd say like,
Yeah, it's just be that particular church because you can't take it out on all pastors because most pastors like genuinely be really doing the right thing. They preaching the word of God. Some pastors, I ain't been in church all my life.
Derek, when you talk up. When you talk up.
I ain't met a lot of. I ain't been to a lot of church, but I have met a couple of good, genuine pastors. I wouldn't like stop it out of all churches. Because I knew a pastor who used to drink and smoke. Like every day. And he'll get up Sunday morning, go preach a sermon, and get right out of church. And go with my daddy to the shop.
Pastor was cool. But pastors are people.
they are.
A lot of people look for God in the pastor, and
that's what I'm trying to
that's
say.
not
Like,
the pastor.
that's all I'm trying to vocalize.
Yeah,
You get what I
okay.
mean? Like, I'm not
Like
looking to them for
the
my
church
faith.
is just the church.
Yes, it's just a simple.
You can have church right here.
Hello, that's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop my faith or interrupt how I feel about God because that happened in a church. My faith is gonna still be just as strong,
Mm-hmm.
But am I gonna still go to that building to worship my God? No. Am I still gonna feel comfortable going to a building to worship my God? No.
So you canceling the buildings after that, Clyde?
Because he's everywhere. I could be on the side of the street where the man is on Lakeshore and he says, "Hunt for Jesus."
Yeah.
It's my favorite place. I'm a hump every single time. I'm gonna lay on the horn every single time I see it.
Okay.
I could be right there.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm gonna still receive my blessings. I'm gonna still have my strong faith and my strong hope and my strong relationship with God. It's not gonna stop anything because I decide.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I don't go now. Nothing's happened to me right now. And I don't necessarily make it my business to step inside of church.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel that I have a very, very strong relationship with God.
Okay.
We still tied.
Yeah, we tithe every 2
We
weeks.
give. We give.
Yeah, we
give.
pray together
Pray.
a lot, so that doesn't,
Okay.
change or mean anything.
Okay. I'm feeling it. Now, so now we're gonna go to our next topic. It's still the same topic, just different people we talking about. So, we're gonna talk about, y'all gonna take a shot? Cause you swerved. Okay. So we're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj and her husband, okay? Now I am a Barb fan, just making clear, okay? I am a Barb fan. I love Nicki, but hey, hot topic, let's talk about it. Nicki Minaj husband. He went to jail or prison for molestation of child, as they say. And that's her husband now. So how do y'all feel about that? and they're having kids together.
Shit, you can't help with a lot of if he did. So,
Is it so to speak? He did his time.
but I feel like if somebody do something once, they'll do it again.
Okay. Did it once, you'll do it again.
Yeah.
What you thinking?
Me, see, no, you can't help who you love, but when you find out, I feel like something like that, and we're deciding to have children together, and you violated a child, you took away a child's childhood, because I personally know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Even if it was a lie.
It wasn't really.
Some say it is, some say no.
Cause
You really are there to know the truth.
it has to come from the horse's mouth, and,
Exactly.
and clearly maybe he said.
And some
okay,
horses
I just feel
lie.
like, cause I just feel like that's just life in general. Like when you love somebody, you supposed to accept them flaws and all. Everybody got a past. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you really love somebody, you.
But
find a
I'm
way to
saying
get-
like so I'm saying okay, if he really did, molest a child, and you just said if a person will do something once, they'll do it again. That's just like if I decide if you would have cheated before we got married, and I decide to stay with you, and I decide to marry you, and then you cheat on me after the marriage. So I'm just supposed to be like, well, he did it before marriage, so that's who he is. No, I'm not, and that's my decision and that's my opinion. That's my decision to accept that part of you. But,
that's just history to me, my point. I get what you're saying.
But you're saying you can't, people
I
can't
know,
help who
but
they love,
people
but whether I
can't.
love you or not, and you molested a child, right?
Obviously, she loved him. They married. Like he didn't molest the child after they got married. All that shit happened. Why before they even got together? She was putting money on this man's books and everything before he even got out of jail. Like she put in on what the fuck this man did. Like that's
I know.
why I say
Isn't
that
the question
you can't
is
help
like-
but who you love. Like some folks just they accept stuff that most people don't accept.
They accepted, but she didn't accept none of that. Like,
I guess so. I don't know.
Okay. And so, with that being said, I'm going to go to another person. We're going to go to our next couple. We're going to talk about Tip, T.I., and Tiny. How do y'all feel about them? Lately in the news, it's a little late, but hey, it's still a hot topic. They were basically having parties, having people sign waivers, doing all type of stuff to them. They were inviting people in for threesomes and making them do, all type of weird things, but they did sign a waiver. How do y'all feel about that?
I don't know. The question is, did the person consent to what they were doing? But
If they signed a waiver,
Yeah,
that's
like-
consent.
they signed a waiver.
But I'm saying that to say, some people were saying that they were drugged when they first got there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So did they sign the waiver before they started
I feel like they
drinking and everything?
before you even step in the door.
Drug or what?
Before you
They
in
were saying that they were drugged when I guess in their drinks.
this is what they were saying, like basically when you walk around the party, it's drugs there, it's
Yeah.
whatever. But and a lot of famous people say they get drugged after they get signed or whatever. But when them drugs get in your system, you don't know how you're gonna act if you're not used to taking those typical
So
drugs.
they was just arriving and being forced to take drugs, and then they was being forced to sign a waiver. Because you gotta keep in mind, these are all adults.
Mhm.
So you
That's
mean
what
to
I'm
tell
saying.
me they was just forcibly supposed to do all that shit?
Now I believe they signed the waiver,
They grown ass too.
and then after they
know what
signed
they
the
said.
waiver, you didn't know what you was going into.
This person, you personally, if you go to a party and then somebody come up and be like, I need you to sign this waiver. You're not gonna ask questions or like what's the waiver or why I need to sign this, or you just gonna go and sign the waiver without knowing what the waiver means or what reason I needed to sign it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be curious, you just gonna sign it. And then when something happen you don't like, you doing like these folks doing, oh, they did this to me and they did that to me. But fool, you signed the waiver without asking.
I feel like that's why it died down so
You invited, cause like y'all invited that shit to happen. Then it was all grown folks. It wasn't fucking underage people. They were grown ass people. Y'all took them damn drugs. It was T.I. back when this shit was happening. T.I. time was popping. Y'all wanted that shit to happen. In my opinion. Turned out. Not only can I hit T.I., but I can get Tiny too. Shoot. Said to somebody that's on drugs. Don't fucking well. That shit crazy.
So, okay. So you feel like whatever they like, they like. These people already knew what they was getting themselves into.
I mean, they might not have, but when you sign a waiver, you enter at your own risk, and I'm pretty sure they say it on that waiver.
But what is it? If this is like your one chance to go in a party with a whole bunch of famous people, like you see everybody else signing the waivers, like you just like, bro, I cannot miss this party, and
But
you're
for
not
all
expecting.
But for all you know, they didn't be in before. The other folks you see signing that waiver, they didn't be in before. They know what they getting themselves into.
You don't.
You
still,
don't.
You
So
still
you
gotta
gonna,
take that.
you gonna still be the dumb ass too.
Okay.
You
how they say it.
did.
How they
You don't
say
even know them motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna slow down on the topic because we ain't 36 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and do these questions back with what y'all got. Okay, so I asked you guys to write 5 things down that you know, that your mate like, and I'm gonna have the opposite mate to answer. So we're gonna let the lady go first. So give me a second. Get the child paper. Okay. So name 5 things that you like.
Let's see. I don't know which way he went with this. So I like to get my feet done. I like to smoke. I like roses. I like flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I like. I don't know which way you went. So it's kind of my brain is like all over the place.
Okay, just give me 5 things.
I like to get my feet rubbed.
You don't play about them feet.
I don't.
And one more thing, that's it.
I like tequila.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
What's your favorite food?
Pasta.
Okay. Now, give me 5 things you like.
Like football, or sports in general. Like sports. I like being a dad and a husband.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I like that.
There's 2.
I like working. I like my job.
Mm-hmm.
I like my job. I like working.
2 more. Give me like some items you like.
I like shoes. JoJo's. I like Jordans.
Okay. One more.
Buttons.
Huh?
Buttons.
Okay.
Buttons.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Red.
What's your favorite food?
Ribs.
Ooh. Okay. So let's talk about these. Let's talk about these results. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all slide with the 5 questions because it wasn't really a category.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. But I ain't get to that now. So, but I'm gonna tell you what he said about you. She like family time. She like date night. She like to watch pimple popping videos. She likes and love my belly. She like doctor sitcoms. He did get your favorite color right and your favorite food. Yeah, okay. But is that true about you?
Yes.
You like watching the videos?
I do.
Okay. Now for yours, she said that you like cologne. She said that you like shoes, so she did get that right. To get his hair cut, so you in the barbershop every week or every 2 weeks?
It used to be every week, but now we add.
Okay.
Okay.
To watch movies, and last but not least, to do me with a smiley face. Your favorite color is red, and favorite food is spaghetti.
That's his first favorite food, but
He went to a barbecue yesterday and wanted some ribs.
no, he just wants to
Okay, this was so real. Okay, so we gonna go ahead and slide back into our topic. Just to lighten up the mood a little bit. But now we're gonna sit up here and talk about Bill Cosby. What?
take a break.
Y'all need to take a break?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I gotta pee. I'm sorry.
Okay. And we are back, but we had to take an intermission.
Yes, indeed.
We got the teleport going on. So how y'all feel about that teleport? It's been a hot topic too.
It definitely has. It's definitely liquor. It's definitely liquor. It's not. For me, I still have to drink something else with it because I don't even like wine. But I tolerate this. It's cool.
Okay, so let's jump right back in. We're gonna talk about Bill Cosby. So how do you guys feel about Bill Cosby? All these people popping up years later saying that, he was accused of doing stuff to them, molesting them.
I was just so heartbroken. I mean, I can see. I don't know if I can see myself waiting that long to say something. Like what would provoke me now to say something? I don't know. I don't know, because I know, like, waiting and not saying anything or being scared to say something or, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But waiting, 15, years to be like, okay, this is lame. I don't know. Because you see movies like that, like people, they wait 20 years, the person that passed and they're like, oh yeah, now I can say it. So it's just like, I was heartbroken. Like I was just like, what? With every case, it's like, do you really want to believe it? Do you, what do you really believe happened? Because you always got the truth, and then their side and the other side.
Okay.
So I was 3 sides to every story.
Okay.
Nobody know the truth with the galore for real.
Okay. What you think?
There's only one side to the story, man. That's Bill Cosby.
And what's Bill Cosby?
He works at our kid.
He works?
Goddamn people.
You say he did?
He didn't drug them folks. He didn't drug the man folks at all.
He just
Then
ran.
the one that made me the mad is just the lady who did the damn show with him, who come out the hustler, but lady, I can't stand her ass.
Which one was it? I can't think of it.
It wasn't number one Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole damn season.
No, I'm saying I was at so the wife.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know because I didn't. I personally when I heard it, it was just like
They lying.
I love the Cosby stuff. You know, like I grew up wanting to be Rudy. so I'm like,
Right.
All these
Like they
years,
taking your childhood from
you know, so I didn't.
All these years,
It just kind of like
40
not saying that he
years
didn't
later.
do it. I did not acknowledge
This man
it.
did help you make a whole fucking life for yourself. 30, 40 years of living. Probably the best life you ever had because of him. And now you gonna come out and say, oh, I remember one night he gave me some and I woke up and I ain't remember what happened. What happened was, one night, you was at a party. You ran into Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby said, you know I'll make you a star. The only difference between him and R. Kelly, that motherfucker actually came through with what he said he was gonna do.
So he really made their ass
Everybody he drug famous.
Seriously, though. It was no like
Oh,
random
we-
people. It was
oh, we-
famous people.
Everybody he drew a face.
Everybody.
Everybody he drug famous. That motherfucker came through with every word. They just want to come back and record for some strange reason.
They thought we was gonna get some more money.
Yeah, that's all.
I mean, somehow.
That's all they just trying to hang with the wild.
Okay.
They gave that thing up back in the day. This thing,
No,
you
they
know,
didn't get a thing with
Bill, put them on. Put them in the movie. Put them on the show. Bill Cosby was shit back in the day. That was everybody
Bill
there.
Cosby did.
It was everybody there.
He really was. I hate it though. I really do.
Look at me the season that lady who
I
did
know.
white deal with him. But that
Whatever.
bad drug too. Okay.
Cause like, could you still work beside a man
For all them goddamn years.
that
You
violated?
literally watched the
Like,
Rudy
could you
Huxtable
see
girl
him
grow up on
every
that
day?
show. So you know how that tell you how many
Wow.
years that man.
He said Rudy Huxtable. He only named one of the Huxtables. He said the Rudy Huxtable.
All the damn kids, the dude
Theo,
of the
baby.
residence, Theo, you watched him grow up on the show.
I did. I watched Theo.
That's what I'm saying. So he had to do it for a long
Hey, Theo.
time. Bill is innocent. Free Bill. You
Yeah.
ask me.
Okay.
Free Bill. He ain't drug me food.
Okay, so I got another question. Did you guys know about the Subway man? Okay, so the man that created the Subway challenge, you know, eating the Subways to go on a diet. You know, he used to hold the pants up in the Subway
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah.
Yes. So he was doing the exact same thing.
Drugging women.
Well, not necessarily drugging women. He was found guilty of charge of molestation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. No.
I'm not sure exactly how he was and how he
Yeah.
did it, but this is somebody we all was looking up to, you know. I mean, he was holding them pants. You thought you was gonna
Absolutely.
lose weight
Yes.
from eating Subway every day.
Wow. That
So
blew
they
my mind
just-
because I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, like,
So at this point, who can you trust?
exactly. This.
Nobody. You can't even trust your damn self because if you sign a waiver,
Then who knows what you're gonna be?
exactly. If you take some, you might not remember the
You
next
know what
day.
you gonna do if don't nobody else do.
You're right. You have to hold yourself accountable, though. You do.
It's at the end of it, can nobody make you do that you want to do.
Like, you did, baby.
Oh.
I mean, well, you can't say can't nobody make you do. I mean, somebody can definitely make you do something you don't
Well,
want to
yeah,
do.
somebody can,
But-
you know what I'm saying, under different circumstances.
Under different,
somebody can,
absolutely, but you always have a choice. As
You
far
always have-
as
that's
consent
why-
is concerned.
that's why I
you
said
know,
earlier.
if someone asks, you know, or if it leads there, you know, you always have the decision to say no.
Okay.
You know.
So now, if you guys kids came to you, either or, it doesn't matter, boy or girl, and let you know that this was something that happened to them, what would be your first step? Would
I'm
you
going to get-
hold on? If they told you that this happened to them, and it was someone that you knew
Mm-hmm.
in the family, you know, close that you wouldn't suspect this to do happen at all? Meaning like a grandmother, a grandfather, a strong cousin, you know, somebody y'all around all the time. How would y'all respond?
We gonna get our blocks off the car. Or we're just gonna go get in the car. Shit, pull it up. That's it.
Okay, what you doing? Cause she just said Glocks out the car, then went back in the car.
I'm
So
saying,
we
like,
just let her know
car,
she's
like,
an unstable
I'm not
creature.
even-
If some shit go down, okay? She's an unstable creature.
I'm very stable. I'm going to ask some questions.
Okay.
But I'm most definitely gonna get my answers. Just know I'm gonna get my answers.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay.
He's gonna get his answers too. Cause he's gonna be right behind me. He might be in front of me.
I was just gonna say I think
He
they're gonna be in
might
front
be
of
in
you.
front of me.
Well, what you doing there?
What she said.
But he might not talk. He might not want any answers. I don't think
So
I'm take my children's word for it.
you taking your children's word for it? Okay. So off rip, you taking your children's word for it? Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Okay.
Kids don't lie about shit like that. I just feel like at the end of the day, kids don't lie about shit like that. If a child say that shit happened, yeah, it fucking happened. If it ever happened to my kids,
It's the evil laugh for me.
some kids don't lie. That's all.
Okay. So what if you find out later that your kids were lying? What do you do?
Yeah, I'll punish my babies. Because they know that our policy is just tell the truth. That's just it. You tell the truth, you know, we good. You know, we gonna have a conversation, but we good. You lie to me, that's a problem. So there's consequences behind it. So.
Okay. And I know y'all ain't accepting no money for the kids.
Period.
If they call, if y'all send them somewhere and they don't answer the phone, it's a problem.
Period.
So I'm loving the parenting. I feel like kids will be more open to come to you guys. We want to make awareness of, you know, people being able to talk to their parents about whatever it is.
Absolutely.
The kids should be able, they should have to go to school and
Talk
tell
to the
somebody.
council.
Yeah.
Because they out for the summer. So the kid been waiting all summer to talk to the counselor.
Absolutely.
So they should be able to talk to their parents about whatever is going on in the household, or whether it's someone doing something to them or not. Do you guys believe that it's a certain age you should talk about sex with your kids?
I don't think it's a certain age. I think when they, you know, ask about it, you know, then, you know, maybe, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's like a certain age because they could become curious about it at any age, especially with the way like TV's going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like, you know, I'll give you a little dirt, you know, but our son is only 7, you know, and he's looking up kissing videos, and we're like,
Oh, that's so cute.
it's cute, you know, but it's like, who are you trying to kiss? And why are you trying to kiss them? And you're supposed to still think that everybody's yucky, you know, like, what is going on right now? So, you know, eventually we'll have to have that conversation with him, because, you know, clearly
You ain't about to kiss somebody.
he's about to kiss somebody. You know, clearly he's gone in 2nd grade. He's
Go
gonna have
down
the
on the
moves.
playground. Listen.
He's not gonna be playing in 2nd grade.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not mad at you.
You know,
Kiss a pretty one. Kiss a pretty one.
you know, and I don't know if it, you know, because he sees, you know, me and Dear kiss. You know, we don't like kiss in front of our kids, but like, you know,
Like a little pig.
you know, like a little pig before he goes to work, or
Mhm.
if we're just in the kitchen cooking or something. You know, just like
Mm-hmm.
little affection. We
I
try
just
to
learned
be-
something new. So y'all can't really kiss in front of the kids.
I mean,
I'm just asking.
Well,
Cause
we just try not to
I ain't
be
got
like
kids.
too affectionate because
Okay,
like
too
I want,
affectionate.
of course, we want them to see that we love each other, but we try not to be like, you know, X-rated, you know, like
Yeah.
in front of our kids
Okay.
just because they're children.
They're still
You know, they're
children. Okay.
still children. You know,
Okay. I
they
just learned something new.
don't
today.
need to
They don't need to see
see
your
all
French
that.
kids.
You know,
They
it's
just need
just,
to
you know,
see
us tongue kissing and all that.
Okay.
Like, you know, he don't need to see my tongue in his throat. That's just not what, you know.
Okay.
And maybe I'm old fashioned. I don't know. Like maybe
Okay.
I'm just.
The reason I asked is because when I was a child, I didn't know what sex was,
Mhm.
but I was molested from the ages of 9. From the ages of 9 to 12.
Mhm.
So, you know, at that point I didn't know, but eventually I found out what it was, you know,
Right.
and then I was able to elaborate on what was going on to my parents.
Mhm.
It wasn't that I was afraid to tell. I just didn't know what was going on. And then I'm not gonna say I was afraid to tell. At first I was
Mhm.
because I was threatened.
Mhm.
But he had got so comfortable because it had been going on for years. I wasn't afraid anymore. Like,
Right.
but I just knew this was something that was gonna happen every day. You know, I got immune to it. So that's why I asked, what is the appropriate age to tell your kids about sex? Because what if something is happening to them and they don't know
Mhm.
what it is?
I mean,
So
that's
do
a
you
very
teach them
good question.
private parts? Like
We
what?
definitely teach. Well, I definitely, you know, I make sure I ask, you know, my daughter all the time, and I feel like I ask her because I'm just self conscious of what happened to me. You know, like, you know, you good? You know, did anybody, you know, touch you on your vajayjay? You know, we say vajayjay. You know, or vajayjay or whatever. And I asked Derek the same thing. I asked them, you know, is anybody picking on you? Is anybody talking to you, doing anything, touching on you? Are you uncomfortable? That's the conversation that we have, like,
Okay.
pretty much every day after school. Good,
So
you know,
what's going on?
what's going on? Like, tell
Okay.
me, you know, are you know, is anybody talking to you mean? You know, because when I say bullying, I feel like they think what they see on TV. And so, you know, I have to like break it down. I'm like, okay, so, you know, are they, you know, touching you down there?
You ask
know,
everybody.
I'm asking,
Checklist.
like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
and they nobody, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm just asking, you know, I'm just
Okay.
making sure you're good.
Okay.
But I don't know necessarily if I will, cause your story, you know, you telling me that it definitely, cause I'm thinking back like, okay, you know, when it happened to me, I was 13, you know, so I knew what it was, you
Mhm.
know, so it's like, I get how you know, you not even knowing.
Like I'm 9 years old. We don't talk about
Exactly,
sex.
you know, we don't talk about that,
Mm-mm.
you know, so it's like,
I'm still thinking boys is icky.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, so it's like, well, what do you do with that, you know, and I know, like, I don't know, cause, you know, my daughter has mentioned a boyfriend, you know, like, she's like, everybody in the class has a boyfriend, but me, you know, and I have to let her know, like, girl, you're beautiful, don't worry about having a boyfriend, you know, you're fine, you know,
Mhm.
so, with that being said, like, at that point, do I then tell her, you know, have the sex talk with her just because she, you know,
Want a boyfriend.
So it's like,
Mm,
you know.
okay. So this is our wrap up of the show. I'm glad y'all had open minds today. It was really good. So this is our second series Sunday. We're gonna be back with another 3 next Sunday. Hopefully we can get more couples in. But if not, we Gucci. You know. So bye.